Hey guys, it's Glenn with All About Our House, and I thought I would do a quick video here on our fireplace. This is the Osburn Stratford 2 fireplace. It's a wood-burning stove, and it's a zero clearance type of a stove. So you can really install this right against your framing. It could be on the floor. It could be coming into your room. There's a lot of different install methods. We decided to go with building out an entire fireplace that's framed out. So as you can see, it's got a mantle made from black walnut. I did stacked stone up here, and then it goes up a good 20 feet to hit our ceiling. All right, but so and generally speaking though, this wood stove has just been awesome. We've been using it nonstop for the last month or two to heat our house. In addition to the fireplace heat, we also have radiant floor heat coming out of the concrete floors. But wanted to do a quick video on how much I like this stove. Now, if you're new to wood burning stoves, you're kind of like me. I had never had one in my house and had to get used to what it was capable of doing, what it wasn't capable of doing. And I also needed to learn a little bit about just generally making fires and keeping a fire going. But once I got that all figured out, it's just been wonderful. So the first thing I like about this is these handles. The handles are really, really nice. They're big enough that you can really turn and open nicely when you got a really hot fire. Stays away from the firebox enough that the handles are not hot. I really love the glass. We periodically have to clean the glass on here. It depends on mostly what kind of wood you're burning and such. But it really is a nice big open window. A lot of these stoves have a very small window, so you only can see a little bit of the fire. This one, you can see this fire roaring from back here, as you can see. I also really like this grate that it comes with. Now, this is the Prairie style grate. There's a traditional grate that looks a little different than this, and I think it's basically just got more of a louvered look. This has these crosses, and then the grate that goes through there. And really the reason why we did that was, as you probably can see from behind me here, we have the same grate pattern on our windows. So if you look up here, and our windows are black, as you can see behind me. So the black grates, and we have black sliding door right there. We have black windows throughout with the grates, and we thought, man, this Prairie style just matches perfectly. So you choose between the two grates, and then they send you that grill essentially in addition to the fireplace. Now, if you're ordering this, I would strongly suggest going through HVAC Direct, hvacdirect.com. These guys were awesome to work with. There are people that just specialize in fireplaces and wood-burning stoves that work with them. When I would send them an email or I had very specific questions about the install, they were right there for either a phone call or an email. So I was blown away at the customer service of hvacdirect.com. I would strongly recommend going with that. So the install was pretty easy. The hardest part was getting this unit to the framing. I mean, this thing is just ridiculously heavy. So we used a couple of our framers, and myself, and I think my wife, and maybe even a kid from our family, maybe Caleb, my older boy, and we all rolled it over on a cart, and then we picked it up and set it in the opening. Working around this for a finishing aspect could not have been easier also. I mean, the zero clearance stove is basically made for this kind of a finish and install. So if you're looking for a kind of a big fireplace, a big place to sit on the hearth and things, this is a very good way to go. Another good thing about this is the damper control right here. Really does a nice job. I know most fireplaces have this, but you can really tell a difference between medium setting. As you can see, here's the little holes you see there. It's like low, medium, and then on full. So if you look at the firebox right now, I can adjust this down to low, And you'll see it get darker, sucking in less air and keeping it from burning so hot. And then I can really crank it up to high. I'm guessing even just on the video here, you'll be able to see that starting to brighten up a little bit. You can also hear, I'm sure you can hear on the background of the video here, but there's a fan below here. Now this thing is roasting hot right now. I would not want to touch or put my hand any closer than this. It's already feeling like it's going to burn me. But right down here below this little lip, it's cool enough to touch. Okay, so I can open this up. And then in here, there is a fan control. I can turn the fan down. And that is blowing out at the top of the fireplace right here, sending it into the house. So I like to have it right now, since we have a really hot fire. I'm wanting to heat the house as much as we can with this. And we pretty much keep this fan on full time, at least on low. And then periodically, if we were really getting that fire going, I'll turn it up to high so it's pushing out a lot of air into the house. The other thing I like about this is the size of the firebox. I can fit a lot of wood in here. I go to bed at 10:30 or so, maybe 11 o'clock. I get that thing filled with wood, and then I come down at 5 o'clock in the morning after I turn this down maybe to low or medium on the damper, and there's still red hot coals in there. I open my door, I throw a couple of the fresh logs on there, maybe clean out some ash and throw it in the bucket just a little. I don't usually clean up the whole thing. I just do a couple of scoops on the side. And then I throw my fresh logs on there, and within 5 minutes, the fire is going again and good to go for the rest of the day. So very nice fireplace. You know, it ranges in price from around $3,500 to $4,000, depends on where you get it. Again, I would strongly recommend hvacdirect.com. They were great to work with, shipped it right to the house. Whoever they used for trucking, put it on the forks and just put it right in the garage for us. Really, really nice company to work with. And again, easy to install. I had never done one before, but I was able to do it myself. And just love the fireplace, love the look. As you can see, I'll kind of come out a little bit here. It's got a really nice look in the room. Really matches what we're doing here with the decor. And there's the chimney, which will eventually, this chimney area will eventually be all wood paneled, probably a shiplap white or some sort of product like that, where it's, you know, going horizontal all the way up. So we're not quite done with that. Should look great when it's all done. And there's our Osburn Stratford 2 fireplace wood burning stove. We love it. I would strongly recommend it if you're looking for that kind of a product. Hey, we really appreciate you watching this episode. Please subscribe if you haven't to All About Our House. Thanks again for joining us.